County Jail General Jason Rounsberg for his conduct surrounding the 2020 fatal crash. He'll be temporarily removed from office pending a trial in the state Senate. Rounsberg pleaded no contest last year to traffic misdemeanors in the crash that killed a man who was walking at night along US Highway 14. Investigators say Rounsberg was on his phone and distracted. He's accused of misleading police, though in a statement ahead of this vote was also critical of lawmakers, saying that no state has ever impeached an elected official for a traffic accident. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
The number 2 man in New York State's government has been arrested in connection with an alleged campaign donation scheme. Here's Fox's Therese Crowley.
New York Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin arrested in a federal corruption investigation. U.S. Attorney charges against the Democrat of bribery, honest services wire fraud, and falsification of records. Benjamin is a former state senator from Harlem, handpicked by the new governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, after she stepped into the governor's job following the resignation of disgraced ex-governor Andrew Cuomo. But just 2 months later, a real estate developer who steered campaign contributions toward Benjamin's previous bid for New York City Controller was indicted for illegal donations. Just last week, Hochul proclaimed support for her lieutenant governor and her vetting process. Therese Crowley, Fox News.
In minutes, opening fire on Chicago police officers, wounding 3 of them in 2020. Now convicted felon Lavelle Jordan has been sentenced to 31 years in prison. The 27-year-old arrested in July of 2020 in connection with a carjacking. Although he was handcuffed and already had been searched, authorities say he managed to retrieve a small pistol that he had hidden, opened fire on officers at the police station. 3 officers shot and wounded. Jordan was also shot and left paralyzed. Fold-down wall beds can help save space in tight rooms, but now almost 130,000 of them are being recalled after causing an elderly woman's death and other injuries. Here's Fox's Gianna Gelosi.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling 129,000 wall beds after a 79-year-old woman was killed when the bed fell on her, injuring her spine. The B-Star wall beds were sold online at Wayfair, Costco, Cymax, and Amazon from June of 2014 through March of this year. They're being blamed for at least 60 other injuries after the bed detaches. B-Star is said to be contacting consumers to have their beds professionally installed. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News.
12 minutes past the hour. This will get you out of bed. The closing bell on Wall Street. Was it a good day or not? For the answer to that, we turn to Hillary Barsky in Fox Business.
Well, you might have to go back to bed after hearing this. Stocks giving up earlier gains. The Dow was up over 350 points in earlier trading.
What?
And all the major averages ending in the red today. The Dow down 88 points, NASDAQ down 40, S&P 500 down 15. S&P 500 and NASDAQ suffering their 3rd straight session of losses. Government bond yields declined. However, investors are pondering how the Fed will act to tame inflation, which rose at the fastest annual clip in 4 decades in March, 8.5% year over year. Utilities and energy companies considered safe havens were among the gainers, while tech once again and healthcare lagged. The 10-year Treasury yield retreated from a 3-year high today. Boeing stock took off today, rising about 1%, despite dropping more than 100 planes from its backlog of pending orders due to global geopolitical concerns, including sanctions. Coal stock, another winner, I like to be positive, popped 5% on reports that the retailer is being courted by yet another suitor. You know, it's good to be wanted with a buyout offer. Franchise Group is the latest company to throw its hat in the ring to buy the retailer with a $9 billion price tag offer. Now, another bit, like a bidder like Franchise Group offering a premium for the stock increases the likelihood that a deal will ultimately happen. Let's talk about the winners on Wall Street today. Apple actually was up today. Honeywell and Chevron, the Dow decliners. Microsoft, United Health Group, J.P. Morgan Chase, which is slated to report earnings.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, banks tomorrow, also Delta Airlines tomorrow as we start first quarter earnings season. Dow down 88 points, NASDAQ down 40, S&P 500 down 15. Business news, twice an hour Fox News headlines, 24/7. I'm Hillary Barsky.
Speaking of airlines, how much longer are we going to have to wear masks on airplanes? A question now facing the Biden administration. We'll have that story more next on Sirius XM 115.
Get all of your favorite Fox News podcasts commercial-free on Apple Podcasts with Fox News Podcasts Plus. From Dana Perino, Kennedy, Ben Domenech, The Duffys, and many more. Subscribe now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com.
Only one sale away from the Shopify 1000 Club.
Is that a thing?
Wow, Mom, have a cookie.
I'll take one.
Dad.
These are delicious. You need to show them.
You should.
Mom.
No, seriously. Let's set you up on Shopify. It's easy.
I always knew you would build your own business.
Guys.
Yum.
Okay, if Mom can do it, then why not?
Number 1000.
Start selling today with Shopify for free. Sell online, in person, and anywhere else your future holds. And manage it all from a single place. No design or coding experience necessary. It's why every minute of every day, something amazing happens. A new seller makes their first sale with Shopify. Plus, with on-demand business courses and 24/7 support, Shopify is with you every step of the way. So, when you're ready to bring your idea to life, build it on Shopify, the commerce platform powering millions of ideas around the world. This is possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for a free 14-day trial at shopify.com/247. Go to shopify.com/247 right now and start selling today. Shopify.com/247.
Your news, your headlines every 15 minutes. This is Fox News Headlines 24/7.
16 minutes past the hour. Fox News Headlines 24/7 is John Saucier with you. There was a shooting in Brooklyn, New York this morning inside of a subway station with at least 10 people shot, some 28 injured, and the shooter remains at large. Here's New York Governor Kathy Hochul.
Tranquility and normalness was disrupted, brutally disrupted by an individual so cold-hearted and depraved of heart that they had no caring about the individuals that they assaulted.
This woman works nearby and was around when it happened.
We didn't actually go downstairs, which we're glad we didn't. But, you know, we saw an ambulance coming out with a stretcher with a person on it. Their leg was injured.
The shooter remains at large as police continued their search. We're expecting to get a press conference from the NYPD in about 45 minutes. We'll bring you all the updates that go along with that. Until then, we have some COVID-19 updates for you, including the mask controversy, not only on planes, trains, and automobiles around the country, but one major city bringing masks back. Do they need it, though? We'll explain and explore at Sirius XM 115.
When you're suffering from hemorrhoids, you'll do anything to make the pain go away. But you don't need everything. You just need Recticare Advance. With two powerful medicines, lidocaine to relieve pain fast and phenylephrine to reduce swelling. It's the strongest lidocaine hemorrhoid medication you can get without a prescription. See why Recticare Advance has thousands of 5-star reviews. Pull into a Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, or CVS pharmacy now and look for the blue and white box where hemorrhoid treatments are sold. Get fast hemorrhoid relief with Recticare Advance.
Why is Mathnasium one of the world's fastest growing franchises? Because demand for after-school math education is skyrocketing, and no other franchise combines an exceptional financial opportunity with the power to change lives like Mathnasium. That's also why we consistently earn top rankings in Entrepreneur and Franchise Business Review. With over 1,000 centers worldwide, Mathnasium is the trusted brand name. Protected territories are available to open a center and teach online. Get your free franchise information kit at mathnasiumfranchise.com. That's mathnasiumfranchise.com.
Paris Faulkner puts America's news in focus.
We begin here demanding answers.
Don't miss the Faulkner Focus, weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on Fox News Channel.
Thanks for joining us on Fox News Headlines 24/7. It's John Saucier here. We've got a Fox News alert. We're hearing from President Biden, who's in Iowa right now, but he had some comments on the shooting in Brooklyn, New York. Let's take a listen live to the president.
I want to thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Congresswoman Axney.
And just as soon as we went to him, he wrapped up those comments, though. The president is speaking, though, about inflation, also trying to drive down the cost of fuel. If you want to continue listening to the president's speech, he's at the podium there in Des Moines as we speak, and we're carrying it on the Fox News channel at Sirius XM 114. No tie for President Biden, by the way. He's got a blue sport coat and a pocket square, no necktie, though. Interesting outfit there. what is your outfit when you go on an airplane? Do you wear a necktie? Well, right now you do wear a mask. And how much longer is airline travelers and subway riders going to need to wear those face masks? The Biden administration is facing that decision over the next few days. Federal mandate to wear a mask on planes and public transportation will expire on April 18th. It's been extended several times before. Pressure's growing, though, from the airline industry and others to do away with it now. Critics note states have ended many pandemic rules for masks, but COVID-19 cases are down sharply from January. Defenders of the mask mandate says it's still needed to protect seniors and people with compromised immune systems. The city of Philadelphia bringing back indoor mask mandate because of rising COVID infections.
This mask mandate, it's reinstated on Monday. Starting next Monday, masks will be required in all indoor public settings in the city of Philadelphia. Although hospitalizations in the city remain low, and also case counts are still averaging low, about 142 per day. City health officials say COVID cases nevertheless rose 50% over 10 days, and that suggests to them that they may be seeing the beginning of a new wave. Several major universities, including American, Georgetown, and Johns Hopkins, have reinstated indoor mask mandates, and the White House's new COVID-19 response coordinator says the CDC is considering whether to extend the federal mask mandate on planes, trains, and other forms of public transportation.
Fox's Jonathan Siri on that report. The Boston Symphony Orchestra canceling next month's planned European tour. There's an increase in positive coronavirus cases among orchestra members. Also concerns about the rising number of cases on both sides of the Atlantic. They've got health and safety protocols, including mandatory vaccinations for all musicians, daily testing for woodwind and brass instrumentalists and chorus members, but still 31 cases among on-stage musicians and chorus members after recent performances, according to orchestra officials. How's this for an orchestra? Last night in Shanghai, where people have been locked down over the past few weeks, screaming out of their apartment windows. Some 6.6 million residents now allowed out of their homes. They had to stay in their own neighborhoods, though. China finally easing a 2-week shutdown in that city due to COVID-19. Kristen Goodman, what do you got for us today in Fox Trending?
An iPhone feature helps police locate a kidnapped boy. I'm Kristen Goodwin. Details next in Fox Trending.
Hey, I'm Phoebe Bridgers.
Satisfactory Radio with Phoebe Bridgers. Hear episodes 1 and 2 now on the SXM app, included with all...